Good morning.
Been a while since we've met, and maybe we could check in with each other and share some wins. How we're how we're moving around reclaiming the the good and true and beautiful us, you, and any obstacles that are getting in the way of that we might share and help to move each other along. Because it bears repeating, you and I are here to be you and I. Like, and that's what we're doing here. At the end of all my work and end of all my reading and end of all my journeys and the end of all my therapy, and that's where I've come to for myself anyways. It's like our our life task is to become the most radiant and beautiful version of ourselves and to be uncompromising in that. And then we've fulfilled our spiritual mission. But if that's true, we have to have an understanding of ourselves um, as a reflection of, uh, even you could say a divine image, or that we came from that, out of that, as that, to um, to release ourselves upon the world, who we truly are, and to be faithful to that and dedicated to that, uh, no matter the cost. Because sometimes we get stuck in thinking, well, the cost of being me is too much. It's like it's too much for others. Like I'm too much, or I'll be if I truly am me, I'll just end up lonely under a bridge because nobody wants to actually be with me, which we know by now is a memory and um, not true. Because if we're here to be the truest version of ourselves and a reflection of that big heart and big mind, then that's what's actually alluring. Our presence in that, as that, is what actually allures those who were meant to be attracted to us. They're they're waiting for uh, us to show up in that radiance, because it's like the Earth's relationship with the sun. It's like they hang out together for about 5 billion years, and all of a sudden the light and the heat of the sun awakens the latent life. And that's the very definition of allurement. Earth coming to life because of the light and the radiance and the heat of the sun. So I think then the journey is about becoming the sun. And then the myth that we'll be alone if we are true to ourselves is exposed as a lie. Because once we become the sun, which is our true self, we are then a source of allurement to others. And the example of this where that language is used explicitly is in the language of the Gospels, where Jesus as the light, there was something so unique about him, but that uniqueness extends to every one of us, not just him anyways, that was alluring to, and in his presence, uh, people felt like they had to make a choice. Either I follow that light, or I walk away. But so there's story after story after story of this dynamic of, follow me, which is to say follow the light, because the light that is coming from me is connecting with something in you, all the dormant life in you. Like, I'm sun to your earth. And so my strong sense is that if we'll trust that and be that, then we won't be alone if we risk being ourselves. In fact, those who recognize the light will want to be in the presence of that light. I mean, that's a bit of high level uh, stuff here, but my approach to this people pleasing thing is high level. It's not behavioral. It's not like, oh, just here's the 6 tips to stop. It's like let's get down to when I say down to, I do think it's what we call a spiritual issue, when we won't be ourselves because of something that happened in the past, which is awful and needs to be understood fully and grieved. And then it's like, okay, um, now our true nature, which is the presence of this light and this love that's localized as you and me, the image of creator or whatever, can shine again. So this is all about finding your shine and looking at what's getting in the way of it. Like, what's the fear that's stopping me from letting it shine? The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness does not overcome it. God knows there's enough darkness, but the first line of darkness, or the first domain of darkness that we need to uncover and dissolve, is all the ways in which we were treated growing up like we weren't light, like we weren't a gift, that either through neglect or emotional withholding or direct some violations of one form or another, where we were disabused of what we actually know, and that is that we are the presence of that great mystery that's living us, full of light. And we just needed someone to say, I see you, and I'm going to treat you accordingly. That's all we needed. And most of us didn't get it. But so we uncover that mistreatment, we grieve it, and then we go, okay, what's getting in the way now of me being uncompromisingly myself? And then we have each other to remind us of what's true.